Mutahar's getting canceled. I know it. It was just a matter of time. What happened, man? YouTube's biggest liar, SomeOrdinaryGamers. What did he lie about? Oh no. From WestJet.
Massive day for the unemployed. Mutahar just got exposed for lying about his job for like 10 years.
Oh, whoa, okay. Yeah. His job at YouTube, his job is YouTube. He says it's not, but it is.
Apparently, he's been lying about his credentials for well over 10 years and deceiving his audience.
I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university.
Dropout, liar, fraud. A creator by the name of Nick Andros dropped this bombshell, and by golly, let's check it out.
Hey, YouTube isn't my job. Thank God my job isn't YouTube.
YouTube is not my job.
YouTube's not my job.
My job. YouTube is not my job.
YouTube is not my job.
As he's making hundreds of thousands and sometimes millions of views. YouTube's not his job. But I bet he can't quit YouTube because that would take a huge chunk out of his revenue.
YouTube is not my job.
I use YouTube as a hobby. This is not a job for me, okay?
All right, so if YouTube isn't his job, you know, what is his job, you might ask yourself? My guess is like Nintendo reviewer.
So what is that job? If you ask Mutahar's fans, they think he's a cybersecurity expert, an IT professional, a video editor. Ethan said day trader. There seems to be an awful lot of uncertainty about this
All of the above, probably.
definitely real job that Mutahar has.
My apologies for not censoring the J slur, but Mutahar, you can't have the pie and eat it too. You gotta be unemployed in these streets, you dig? Saying?
Mutahar's also insisted throughout his career that he is an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm only an engineer. Oh, I'm an engineer.
I'm an
Only
engineer.
an
I'm just an engineer.
Tech support
Just an
stolen
engineer.
valor is crazy.
I'm an engineer.
But there's multiple types of
I mean, I think technically I'm an engineer because I do stuff with Linux. I think it makes me an engineer. Like I make changes to the operating system and, you know, I use Arch. I think that technically makes me an engineer. I'm going to start saying it now.
engineers. So what kind of engineer is he?
I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. Dude, I'm a fucking computer engineer.
I'm a YouTuber. Why are you asking me?
And I'm just like a computer engineer.
The dude straight up went through hella transcripts and found out that Mutahar was contradicting himself in quite a bit of them. At first he was saying he was an engineer, then he switched it up as well. Next thing you know, he worked at Blizzard for 7 years.
Oh,
Based on what
no.
I've read, it's actually illegal to call yourself an engineer if you are not a licensed engineer.
You know
Oh,
what?
okay.
I heard enough.
Okay.
Toss this dude in jail. Do
Is that even true? I don't even think that's true.
not pass go. Do not collect 200.
For Mutahar
I think you just can't say that you're a licensed engineer if you're not a licensed engineer.
to be a licensed computer engineer, for him to be able to legally call himself a computer engineer or
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to figure this one out. Oh, well, he's Canadian, so yeah. In Canada, it's illegal. In some states, it's also illegal, but I think that if you just say, like, I'm a computer engineer, they're just offhand on YouTube, nobody's gonna give a fuck. And I think that it should not be a protected word. I think people who work on engines should be engineers. It doesn't matter if they went to college for it.
an engineer in general, he would need a 4-year degree, 4 years of training, and to pass the National Professional Practice Exam.
Turns out he really was some ordinary gamer. But it gets even funnier because apparently
That's
he's
funny.
a video engineer too now.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this fucking works. Speaking out of an engineer, like if I wasn't a computer science engineer, I wouldn't fucking speak about Elon being an idiot.
You don't need a degree to call Elon an idiot. Like a homeless person outside my 7-Eleven's doing the same thing.
This is why, as a cybersecurity engineer,
This guy's like the jack
Is
of
he?
all trades, Johnny Sins of engineering.
He's all the engineers.
The stolen valor thing said earlier is right. It's like he wants to dip his toes into the unemployed drama sphere without, you know, actually feeling like a loser. You know, own up to it. Who cares?
Yeah, as soon as he got himself into a little bit of drama, he bailed out and backstabbed his friend.
Getting mad, you getting rich.
Mutahar clearly wants the prestige of being perceived as an engineer, given that he's been calling himself an engineer for the past 10 years. And he uses this title to make himself more authoritative.
But I'm an engineer. I know how this stuff is going, so I'm not even speaking out of pocket right here, okay?
Oh man, I can't wait for the response to this, because I know that if this becomes big enough, that Mutahar is gonna respond. He's just that type of guy.
you want to disagree with me, feel free, but you're actually wrong.
Feel free, but you're actually wrong.
As somebody who is a computer, engineer, somebody who understands computer code, for instance.
It's like that pirate software code meme, and I don't understand shit here, so if anyone smart in the comments wants to enlighten us, go ahead.
Like, it's a really good explanation of why, like, I picked engineering as, like, the road to go down when I was studying. I'm like...
So he would have an engineering degree.
I went to university for computer sciences, and that's it.
Education background, asking because a lot of CS knowledge.
If he lied to Dr. K, I swear to God, I'll be angry. You don't.
See, okay, well, where I'm getting at is he is an engineer, just not legally in Canada. I still see him as an engineer. I don't know, this terminology, this legal terminology bullshit. See, I get it. He's playing Stolen Valor with what Canadians see as an engineer, but not to me. To me, he's still an engineer.
Want to see me angry.
Okay, so at least a computer science degree.
I thought when I got into university for a while, and I dropped out like a semester in because I was like, okay, no.
Oh, he dropped out after a semester.
Like, I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university, but I'm not going to dog on like school. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to learn to be valuable. Yeah, if you're going to be an engineer, if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you're going to be in the STEM field.
And now he dropped out all of a sudden. It's like he spun a web of lies and, got lost in his own sauce. Some ordinary spider.
I think he just doesn't realize that it is actually illegal in Canada to say you're an engineer if you're not licensed. But like I said, I don't give a fuck. I think he is an engineer.
I don't even know how to explain this, maybe he started out just like kind of like slightly exaggerating his qualifications, and then he just, got sort of caught in the lie and ended up living it.
I feel like there's a weird misconception. People think I'm like some fucking crazy degree holder. It's like, no. No, I would have been way more in fucking university debt if I went down that far route.
I sure wonder why people might have that impression.
Is it bad if you don't get a STEM degree? Look, I'm gonna sound biased as fuck, but STEM degrees all the way. I'm gonna sound biased because, as an engineer, like, you want to get the degree that's gonna...
Diamonds are made under pressure,
Yeah,
and
I don't get
Mutahar
that.
here is still stuck on iron armor. Like, at this point, I'm expecting a classic Mutahar trademarked apology video, and, I hope he grabs a ukulele.
Other times he says he's a former engineer.
So, like, being a former engineer, like, I virtualize, like, everything, so I, like, contain shit. And
Even an ex-engineer.
The coolest ways possible. I'm like a fucking ex-engineer.
But here's the thing. He's been saying he used to be an engineer, or that he worked as an engineer, for 10 years.
You know what? F it, I'm unsubscribing from you, Mutahar.
I wanted to share
no.
sort of my
Don't
engineering
unsubscribe
background
from
with
him.
you. Okay, I worked as a fucking engineer, alright, before I went into this. I also like to mess around with technology. I myself used to be an engineer before
I think that
went into the video editing.
I think that makes you an engineer, honestly. I think he did go a little bit too hard in on it. But, like, I do think he is. I also think that he is bullshitting a little bit. But I don't think we got another pirate software situation on our hands.
Mutahar started his channel in 2012, the same year he turned 18. By video editing route, he means that he switched careers after his channel began taking off.
Ask any slightly overweight kid in America what they want to be when they grow up. They'll say YouTuber, and somehow, Mutahar thinks he's better than all of us. He's a big boy engineer. Then again, I kind of see his struggle. If somebody asks me in real life what I do for work, I say something stupid like digital marketing.
I worked in film and TV before I still don't have a fancy fucking degree, okay? And there we go, I filmed it, alright? I used my film degree to
Yeah, I don't think you need a fancy degree, and I don't think you need a license to say that you're an engineer when you are actually an engineer.
He calls it a film degree, but it's actually a 2-year broadcasting/videography diploma he got from Humber College between 2013 and 2015.
Dude, who cares? There's nothing to be ashamed of getting a diploma or like a certificate for cinematography. You're pursuing your passions, Then again, I understand like the pressure your parents can put on you, which is like more common in Southeast Asian or just any general broad Asian culture. But lying about this is honestly like insane.
If he went back to studying to get an actual engineering degree, he never mentioned anything about it. Not a single slip. Mutahar was never a real engineer, but he's been calling himself one for a decade because of tech jobs he supposedly had before 2013 or 2012.
Because I never tell people like what I do. Like I never tell people anything, right? Like I don't even tell people I'm not an engineer. I haven't been one for like years.
This is like finding out Santa Claus isn't real. This is like devastating. I thought my slop was handed to me on a silver platter by a professional, not some kind of phony. Bro should have never put on that medallion. No. I'm a computer engineer. It reminds me of it.
Let me look up what a computer engineer is real quick. Designing and testing computer hardware components such as processor, circuit boards, memory devices, and networks, as well as developing software that interacts with hardware. See, that's what makes me an engineer, because I do those things all the time. A retro engineer, I guess, because I'm like Frankensteining old computers together and messing with like old network devices and like running old servers and all that type of thing. And Mutahar does the same thing. I guess we're not legally computer engineers, but we're computer engineers by this definition here.
Another quote. I used to work
I'm out of
Mutahar,
coffee.
the burger flipping engineer. Okay. I heard Mutahar has been deleting his backlog of YouTube videos recently, and now I see this. Damn.
No, I'm video editor.
Man.
You know, that's how
Why are you deleting your backlog? Probably copyright issues for one.
I pay for the strip club and the home.
In 2019, he conflated being a video engineer with being a computer engineer.
I'm a computer engineer, so I really a video engineer, whatever you want to call it. I'm one of those people, so...
Again, totally different qualifications.
Now, for those of you who don't know, one of my side hobbies turned basic, general second profession of mine is day trading, swing trading, whatever you want to call it. I like to sit in the mornings, sip my coffee, go on the NASDAQ, see what I can look pre-market, buy, sell, and be done by, 11 or something?
I'm also a crypto master. I trade bitcoins on the side.
So that's
you
what
cannot
he is.
be
He's
an
a day
engineer
trader.
working a regular 9-to-5 job in an office. And
He's a day trader and a YouTuber. That's what he does as a job. He says YouTube isn't his job. He's full of shit. YouTube is his job. If he wasn't doing YouTube, it would take out a significant chunk of his revenue. And at this point, he basically can't give up YouTube. He has to do YouTube. It'd be stupid not to.
simultaneously freaking be glued to your screen losing hair day trading. You are not Bradley Cooper from Limitless. You are not that guy, pal. You are not that guy.
In 2021, he claimed his job was trading and investing.
My job right now, I just sit around and trade and invest. That's what my job is.
That's like
I think bro just wants to have a job. None of these are really jobs. It is work, but it's not a job. A job is like you go into Dollar General and you clock in at a time, you clock out at a time, you get paid on a weekly basis. That's a job. No, this is like work. This is career. What your current career is you are a day trader.
something your unemployed bum friend says when you're like, dude, when are you gonna get a job? And he's like, day trading's a real job.
I invest. That's my job now. I just sort of sit home and invest money.
Now, if I was ashamed of only being a YouTuber, that is the job I'd be claiming to have. When asked by guests on his podcast about his computer work, he claimed it's only a hobby now.
I don't know how much you want to delve into this, but like you do, so do you do computer stuff on the side, or that's your main thing?
I literally just invest money. Like I buy property and I invest in.
So it's this Canadian's fault the housing market went up. I get it. No, like it just keeps getting worse and worse. Like at this point, I don't even think Mutahar himself knows what job he's doing.
So before YouTube...
Yeah, he's probably doing like a million things and he doesn't really know what he can constitute as a job anymore. That's how it is whenever you're making content like this. That is your job. You are a content creator and an investor.
Mutahar did the computer, programming, cybersecurity work he thinks entitles him.
That's like me like saying that my job is a video editor because half of my work is me video editing. But that's not my job. That's just what I do.
To call himself an engineer.
First Dr. Disrespect isn't a doctor, and now Mutahar isn't an engineer. It's over for YouTube.
How many subs do you have on YouTube?
I think like 3.4 or 5 million or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what I think we should be called, people like us? I think we should be called cyberpunks. I think that's a good term that we could use.
3.5, like 3.5 million. We'll say that. And you're still doing multiple 9-to-5s where you're running different businesses. You were talking about Q4
Yeah, I'm the
being
CEO of our
extremely
own
busy.
company. Like, I'm the CEO of
Right.
like our own group. We do a lot of like property and like asset investment around where we live.
Now he's a massive real estate tycoon? Like, what's going on?
You upload how many videos a week?
A day. Like, I upload it every day.
Jesus, this is why exactly, and why I always
He really loves bathing in that praise, but it's not enough. He needs to flex more.
Well, that's like the algorithm tell, right? Like when you're like an engineer.
Yeah, I don't think this guy gets out much to talk to actual people that are outside his circle, so he's probably gonna flame himself up a little bit.
I've never seen an expose of this magnitude on anybody, and
Like,
you know,
bro is actually an introvert.
props to this guy. Subscribe to this guy's channel. He like did the work.
cybersecurity, because that's what you went to school for. You're like,
I love
homeboy's
this
very
show,
smart.
by the way,
You
unsubscribe.
do actually business, and then YouTube is a
YouTube is always like the secondary side gig.
Even the podcast homies don't know the truth.
This guy has a wife.
Yeah, he keeps calling it a secondary side gig, but he can't stop. He can't quit. If he quits, like I said, that's a significant amount of money that he's just not getting every month.
He's a CEO, he works 9 to 5, and he uploads daily.
I don't think he does. I don't think he works 9 to 5. I think he works from the time he wakes up to the time he goes to sleep, actually.
Literally just the Johnny Sins of YouTube. He's just out here hustling. We don't understand it. Like, you know what would happen if Muta didn't go to work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up, disappears. It ceases to exist.
I upload every day and YouTube's not even my job. I was like, shut the f up, bro. But like, yes it is. Shut up, bro.
Even Ethan Klein's spidey senses were tingling.
He has definitely been lying about being an engineer for a decade,
I
benefiting
don't know
from the
about that.
prestige, the authority.
He might have been like playing it up, but he's definitely said multiple times that he wasn't licensed and that he wasn't actually an engineer. But in my opinion, he is. So this whole thing is kind of a non-issue. It's definitely not like a pirate software situation. I think we're trying to create another pirate software situation because everybody's tired of Jason Hall.
And the credibility that comes with that
We're
label.
looking for a new
you don't
target,
call
is
yourself
what's
an
going on
engineer
here.
dozens of times without specifying you're talking about programming jobs you did 10 years ago. He's clearly mostly just a self-taught tech enthusiast, not an engineer.
Yeah, I would call people like us a cyberpunk. We are cyberpunks.
Unlike Mutahar, I'm not a liar. You know, my hands are in the air. I might have been the guy who put Mr. Who's the Boss in the video.
It might not be illegal for Mutahar to lie about being an engineer, but by any reasonable definition, he is a total fraud.
Like most
Oh,
Southeast
damn.
Asians, his
Total
credentials are
fraud.
sus. Shockingly to absolutely no one, Twitter found this as an excuse to be racist, and, you know, I'm going to stand by my Canadian viewers here for a second. Well, you know, at least the ones that prefer iPhone to Android.
I'm just kidding, Canadian viewers. I'm just kidding. I don't mind Canadians. I just don't like the government of Canada.
Why y'all keep on saying the iPhone better than Android? It's just as good.
It's not a race-specific thing to be a habitual liar, so, you know, let's stop that dialogue right there.
He has no computer engineering degree, or even a computer science degree, but he still presents himself as an engineer, a computer engineer, or a computer science engineer.
And I just scratched it.
I think he kind of is. I think he kind of is. I think this whole thing where you need a degree to be a label is fucking stupid. Unless you're like a doctor or a surgeon or something that like is life or death. I think that kind of thing, it matters. But when it comes to computers, like if you can take apart a computer and put it back together, any computer, doesn't even have to be like a current model computer. I'd say that you are an engineer, at least an engineer light, especially if you can throw together operating systems. If you can build Arch, or if you can do like Linux from scratch, I'd say you're an engineer.
Tip of the iceberg. This video goes above and beyond. Genuinely check it out. But the ending, chef's kiss, absolute cinema.
Oi, you have to pay for that, young man. I'm a fucking computer engineer. I don't care.
The only power I have
Yeah,
is the
right.
one you give me.
That's good. That's good. The whole, you shouldn't buy the Nintendo Switch 2, and then he buys the Nintendo Switch 2, and then, yeah, that was a whole situation.
When you lie. By the way, you're exhibiting signs of ADHD. Trust me, I'm an ADHD engineer. Mic drop.
Yeah, I don't think this is even an issue. I think it's definitely stupid. He's definitely lied about it. He's definitely full of shit on some things, but this ain't no pirate software situation. Because I guarantee enough people call him out and he sees this, he'll make a video about it being like, oh shit, like, all right, I'm going to clear the air on this. Because it seems like it really had to go looking for it, and it seems just like something really doesn't matter. And it's all about the language that he's using. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications. Mutahar, he's completely canceled. He's fucked. I don't see how he's gonna come back from this one.